What's up YouTube, Dale here from Zephyr Wargames. Sorry you haven't had a couple of videos for a few days. As you can see, I've been at Euros. Again, before we get started, congratulations, and a massive congratulations at that, to Luke Parks, who won the UK, or won it for the UK at Euros, taking the Aqua Dolphin to the end, and burning his opponent for 500. You know, the ironic justice when a trickster player gets burnt out of the game. But massive congratulations to him. Hopefully I wish him all the best for Worlds. Well done with his Goki deck profile. Now, as you can see by this beautiful mat, and this in my personal opinion is one of the nicest entry mats for a long time, and I've gone to Euros 3 times now, Phantom Knights, Spirals, and now Mech Knights, and this is my personal favourite out of those 3 already. And in quite a few mats, it's very colourful, very detailed. So, do not worry guys, the season for 2019 regionals will be coming up soon. You also have Utrecht YCS 200, and of course loads of other little events in between. But build yourselves up to Euros. If you haven't been before, it is a massive experience and thoroughly enjoyable. Anyway, I'm going to take you through the deck that I took myself. Now this is one of my personal bests at Euros. I actually qualified for day 2. My luck kind of changed on day 2, and I'll explain kind of the way that works right now. So in day 1, I was I chose dinos, as you can see, pure dinos. I did and ah about Dino True King, Dino Shadows, but in the end I went with pure dinos with a couple little changes in there myself. Now my matchups were a couple of Trickster Sky Strikers, Altergeists, pure Sky Strikers, Dracos. I didn't face a single Goki, I don't believe, so I think I might have dodged a bullet on that one. So it was a very kind of fun experience, as it always is. I never thought I would qualify for day 2, but you know, day 1 went really well. But what I mean by my luck changed is day 1, one of my opponents I was playing against, Mermail, got a Vanity's Fiend on board first turn. Now the only out in my deck to a Vanity's Fiend without having a special summon is either Lost World and being able to crash into Vanity's Fiend or a Dark Hole. And he did all that play, and my next top deck was a Dark Hole. So I cleared his board, off I went and won a game. Now this is just in counteractive to my game, my second day kind of ability. So on my second day, one of my games I went into, I had all the hand traps ready to go. My opponent goes first, and he opens up all the hand traps he needs to stop me, plus enough to go off. So he goes off, I open up no hand traps, I go to play my turn. He has Veiler for my Overraptor, Ogre for my Field Spell, and Ash for my Double Pill. So I was just like, yeah, how much further do I need to go with that one? Anyway, the reason I went with dinos is because I didn't want like, they're very powerful. There's a lot of decks that struggle to get rid of Ultimate Conductor. He's an amazingly powerful boss monster. On top of that, the Lost World's ability to reduce in attack is very useful as well. And continuing all that, it took the pressure off of winning the dice roll. What I don't like right now is there's all that pressure about winning the dice roll. You must win the dice roll, you must then be able to dictate the game. With the Dino deck, you don't care. You really, like, ideally you want to be going second. That's ideal. You can play first if you need to. And you're just like, if I win a dice roll, I'm going second. My opponent's going to be happy with that. I can break their board, let's go. If I lose a dice roll, my opponent's going first, and then again I can break their board and off I go. Very rarely was I, if I won game 1, was I put in to go going first. But the other times that I did go first, you still have the laggier plays, you still have other plays with your hand traps, and you have ways of slowing your opponent down. Anyway, I've babbled on long enough. I'm going to take you through the deck profile, and I'll go through the side as well and the extra. I'll show you what I got, I'll explain what I used as much, and what kind of put in the work. Now, of course, we start off with Triple Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, puts in all the work. Powerful boss monster, standard. Triple Overraptor, again, standard, has to play it. Double Baby Cerosaurus. Now, Baby, believe it or not, I actually Dark Hold Baby 3 or 4 times throughout the entire tournament. There was actually a game that I won. I had to normal summon the baby. Well, I had Lost World in play, normal summon the baby, gave my opponent a token, attacked the token with baby, chose Lost Worlds to destroy a dino from deck instead, destroying a baby, bringing out a Soul Eating Overraptor. Overraptor did his ability, sending Overtext to the graveyard. I then used Overtext to kill one of his monsters, because obviously they were reduced with Lost World. Then got played the pill, brought out Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, and then obviously I had Baby as a fodder right there to be nuked, and off I went. And then, like I said, there was a couple of times where I had to normal summon Baby and Dark Hole, so that might be where there was flaws in the deck, and I'll also go through them when we get there. 1 Overtex. The only time I ever really wanted 2 was if I would rather have Overtex on the board from a pill, so I'd send this, get the effect, and then activate pill to bring out a second one. Other than that, 1 was perfectly fine. Giant Rex. Yeah, I don't think you need 2 in this version, in my opinion. It can get very, very cloggy because you need it in grave. There was a misplay that I made in one of my games, is I should have Foolish Burial this and then banished it and moved my place further forward. But, yeah, 1 is more than enough on that. And the 1 Draculio. Now, Draculio is, again, a 50-50 card. It won me a load of games. Like, going into High Speed Roy Shambara and even Trish once or twice won me games. But opening up with this guy is the worst. You do not want this in your hand. It is so bad in your hand. There's not a lot you can do with it. So I can understand why people don't play it, but Chambara and Trish are just too good for me. 1 Miscellaneousaurus, quite self-explanatory. I would love it come back more than 1. Triple Droll, Triple Ash, and double Veiler for the hand traps. Veiler put in so much work along with Droll as well, so you can kind of understand these ratios. Works out massively, massively well. And then we've got a Kaiju engine of the Gameciel, the Kumungus, and the Dogoran. Again, there's very few cards right now that are huge boss monsters, not in a Goki deck, that you're like, oh cool, I want to Kaiju them. In a Goki deck, of course, this gives you the advantage, because when they make the Tri-Gate board, you're like, yeah, cool, whatever, I'm going to use my... I'm going to break your board, or break your Mutual Link, whatnot, either getting rid of the... Mermaid, or get rid of the Tri-Gate. Of course, that all comes if they haven't got Ibli and stuff like that. Onto the spells. Triple Double Evolution Pill, again straightforward on that one. Triple Fossil Dig, again straightforward. Triple Lost World, Double Terraforming. You can play free Terraform if you want, but it can get a little bit bricky. You've got to be very, very careful on that one, which is why 2 is more than enough. Double Twin Twister to kind of deal with any challenging back row coming up against Autogeist. And then particularly Sky Strikers, because the game against pure Sky Strikers I lost because Widow Anko just kept looping that, and I couldn't get Lost World on the board to protect my monsters. 1 Slumber, 1 Foolish, 1 Dark Hole, and then the 1 card that I had to borrow for a friend of mine is the Monster Reborn. I did have a copy, I just left it at home, so the Monster Reborn. I think I used Monster Reborn once, and even then it didn't come off for me, so... You know, of course it's a powerful card in this deck, and you really want to use it, especially when you're going second. Clearing the board, pushing forward and moving it way that way is always going to be very, very useful. So that's it for the pure Dino deck version. I just like this because it was aggro. I knew that with Tricksters, if I gave them too much time, they would burn me out. So I wanted to finish them off as quick as I can. And with Gokis, the plan was just to break their board and then have them run out of resources, which I know is a little bit harder to do. Anyway, now let's get on to the extra deck. We'll start off with the Link Monsters because I don't play many of those. And then we'll go on to the Synchro. So the 2 Link Monsters I play is the Mermaid to get rid of the Ibli, and the Underclock, again to get rid of the Ibli to go with the Dino. The Synchros I play, we've got the 1 High Speed Roy Chambara, and of course the 1 Trishula Dragon of the Ice Barrier. I went to Trish once, it was probably a bit of an overextension, but it won me the game. Chambara I went in the majority of the times, it's just incredibly powerful, so if anything you drop the Trish out. Now on to the XYZs. Number 27 Dreadnoid. I really like... the idea of going into this was if my opponent was trying to stall me, I would go into this, destroy the opponent's monster by battle, and then rank on top into the Super Dreadnought Rail Gustav Mat and burn my opponent for 2k, because I can also make that with the Dinos as well. These were either a game killer or just an out-and-out winner in matches. I never went into either of them. The temptation was there, but there was just smarter plays to make at the time because it wasn't going to win me the game then and there. Baguska, never went into it. Abyss Dweller, again, never went into it, but you know there's reasons there. That would have been in if I went into Gokis and gone from there. I mean, Baguska is probably less relevant right now, but it still kind of puts the work in, so you can't just write it out and not use it. Tornado Dragon, went into it once, again, staple on that one. Castel, never went into it. Cowboy, never went into it, never needed to. Dolcard, never went into it. Lagia, 2 of those, went into that once. And the 1 card that I found myself going into most of, and that is Ragnar Zero. This card was a boss, was so darn good. Because if you've gone through your battle phase, I think it was against a Trickstar player that I had to use Baby Ceratosaurus. Again, would have to crash into a token or attack into the token, bring out my Overraptor. Overraptor sent a Miscellaneousaurus, and I think I had 4 dinos in graveyard. Or I had a Rex in graveyard, something like that. Cleared off one of his candy Lycruses. He still had one on the board, obviously reduced with Lost World. Banished, got another level 4 on board, made Ragnar 0, detached, popped that Lycrus, drew a card, then passed to his turn. And then whenever he would do anything, of course, as soon as he put a danger monster on board, they'll be reduced under Lost World. Use Ragnar 0's effect, detach, pop, and then draw another one, and hoping you're drawing into a hand trap that was going to either slow them down, stop them, or just outright win you the game. So Ragnar 0 was definitely MVP of the extra deck in my opinion for this weekend, so definitely grab one of those while you can. Now to the side deck. Again, we'll go through the ones that I didn't use as much. Ghost Bell and Haunted Mansion, put 2 of those in. I probably put it in once, but never saw it. Hatronade, only faced 1 Autogeist. Not Autogeist, sorry. 1 Pure Tricks Sky Strikers, and that's the first time that kind of went in, so I never saw it when it did go in. Double End MST for additional back row hate. Won me a game against Autogeist, not the actual match. So, you know, again, down to personal preference. Red Reboot, again, won me a game against an Autogeist, but then I would have won the game against Autogeist, but he had Wiretap set, which you kind of expected to. But, you know, he also played Storming Mirror Forces, which was like, whoa, okay, that's odd. So that kind of counteracted my deck massively. Then the card that got put in, or the cards that got put in the most, was DD Crow. I put like 2 of these in the majority of the time, and I'd put 2 of those with triple Called by the Grave. Called by the Grave was just incredibly powerful. DD Crow I did against Pure Tricks to Pure Sky Strikers. When I ripped out one of their spells from the grave, it then meant they didn't get the additional draws and searches and recycles. And then Called by the Grave, I won against the Tricks to Sky Strikers because I banished their Lycrus for a turn, and I also banished the hand traps. Like, this guy would have finished me off, he activated Droll, and I was looking at my hand like, crap, that Droll's just absolutely wrecked me, and I went, oh wait, Called by the Grave, so I activated Called by the Grave, banished that Droll, didn't really worry about my Drolls, went in and OTK'd it because I was no longer on the Droll. So, won me the game. That is it for the Dino deck. I very, very enjoyed it, and it certainly caught people off guard, which is why you saw 2 Dinos in the top 64. Even them, so they were a little bit more unorthodox than pure Dinos as well, being Dino Paleos and, of course, Dino Shadows. So definitely pick your Dinos up. They will start creeping up in price. I think the last time I checked on Card Market, it was like £1 for a Overraptor and about £2 for a Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. So pick them up while you can. Get them in, have a bit of fun with it. Dino deck is always going to put in work, so definitely a good deck to be investing in. But for now, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, and as always, guys, happy dueling. Also, YouTube, thanks for watching that video. I hope you liked it. If you did, hit that like button. And of course, don't forget to hit that big red subscribe button in the bottom left-hand corner and the notification bell so you don't miss out on anything. We've got more deck profiles, duels, pack openings, and many more Yu-Gi-Oh videos coming up for you all year round. So don't forget to stay tuned for all of that. Thanks, and as always, guys, happy dueling.